Suomi!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2016 IIHF World Championship game between Team Slovakia and Team Finland. Добрый вечер, уважаемые любители хоккея, и добро пожаловать на игру ИИХФ чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года между командами Словакии и Финляндии. The game officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by International Ice Hockey Federation. Представляем арбитров сегодняшнего матча. Судьи Международной Федерации хоккея. Referees of the game are главный судья матча Linus Erling and Mark Riedel. Linesmen are линейные судьи Йон Филер и Джексон Ридер. The starting lineup for Team Finland. Стартовый состав команды Финляндии. Goalkeeper, вратарь, number 1, номер 1, Юсе Сарас. Defenders, защитники, number 2, номер 2, Вилле Полка. Number 7, номер 7, Эсса Линдел. Forward, нападающий. Number 29, номер 29, Патрик Лайнер. Number 61, номер 61, Александр Барков. Number 36, номер 36, Юси Йогинен. The starting lineup for Team Slovakia. Стартовый состав команды Словакия. Goalkeeper, вратарь, number 33, номер 33, Юлиус Гудачек. Defenders, защитники, number 2, номер 2, Андрей Секера. Number 52, номер 52, Мартин Маринчин. Forward, нападающий, number 83, номер 83, Мартин Бакаш. Number 10,
The Slovaks have their hands full tonight as they take on the Finns, who are undefeated in this World Hockey Championship. And the Slovaks are playing only 17 skaters. That's 3 under the IIHF limit, as injuries have ravaged their lineup. And they'll face off against the Finnish team that has torn this Group B apart, especially on the power play. Slovaks are minus defenseman Michael Serson and Christian Jaros. Forwards Thomas Hernka and Marek Viadensky are also out. So, and they've left some points on the table. Led Germany 1-0, lost 5-1. Led Belarus 2-0 in the third period, lost 4-2. Still a chance for them to make the medal round. So the Slovaks will likely have to run the table against the Finns tonight and the U.S. on Tuesday. Thomas Jurko of the Detroit Red Wings throws that pass ahead for Martin Rivai. That play was offside. Alexander Barkov brings it back for Jussi Jokinen. In, shoots, deflects wide. Jokinen has a point every game so far for the Finns in this tournament.
You mentioned the 17 skaters and the tall order here for the Slovaks to try and keep their quarterfinal hopes alive. One of the other challenges is the Finns haven't given up more than 18 shots in a game in this tournament. They've been able to lock just everybody right down. They've had good goaltending from Mikko Koskinen, and Jussi Saros was good in the game that he played as he gets his second start tonight.
Just 6 goals against in their 5 wins. Lassi Kukkonen slaps it down. Leo Komarov on the top line with Mikko Koivu and Mikhail Granlund. And Koivu a long shot in the leg. And Svarni brings it around for the Slovaks. So they lean heavily on their NHL players remaining, including their captain, Andrei Sekera, but now a steal by Granlund. Kyle Granlund works in. Troubles that wide of the goal, trying to find Sebastian Aho. And at the line is Topi Jakala. His shot drifts wide of the goal as Tommy Kavisto steps up for the Finns. Kavisto a late add to the Finnish lineup. And by the way, Colorado first rounder Mikko Rantanen has been added to the Finnish roster. He's in the lineup tonight for the first time. That means that the Finns have 3 members of their 2016 World Junior Championship team in the lineup tonight. Aho and Laine are the others.
Yeah, we talked about what a great era this is for Finnish hockey, and we talked about that through the tournament, and that's a pretty good indication that the future's not so bad either.
Koskaranta plays it around for Mika Pierala, and Aho comes in for it. Finns have won 2 of the last 3 World Junior Championships. They've won the under-18s this year and the World Junior. In fact, they become the first nation ever to win the IIHF under-18 World Junior and Men's World Championship crowns in the same season. Skalitsky in a backhand shot. Bad save made there by Jussi Saros. Saros a gold medalist for the Finns in the 2014 World Junior Championship. In those 2 World Juniors the Finns have won, they won the gold medal game in overtime. Each time they're walking in, Salonen rings one off the post. An early chance there for Tommy Salonen. Kyle's still buzzing about that. A largely Finnish crowd here tonight. Helsinki's about a 3.5-hour train ride from St. Petersburg, and they do serve refreshments on the train. If you're a beer in this barn tonight, you
no
have
chance.
0. Jokinen loses the puck to Marco Dano, swings it back in front. Slovaks don't make the medal round, Ray. They've really got no one but themselves to blame. They had the tough schedule to finish.
Oh, but it was set up early, wasn't it, Gord? The 2 wins early, and
yeah, just get your points where you're supposed to get them. The loss to Germany, then the Belarus one. 4 straight goals at even strength in the 3rd period to Belarus.
led 2-0 after 2 periods, and really in control of the game, and it just they imploded. It was really a really surprising 3rd period, and it cost them dearly.
They're playing a Finnish team that has not yet trailed in this World Championship. Mikush throws it high in the air. And like a lot of recent Finnish World Championship teams, this group is comprised mostly of players who play in their domestic league, a strong core of players who play in Finland and play in tournaments throughout the year. Now brought in by Komarov. When the Finns last won the World Championship in 2011, they only had 5 NHL players. At the line, Lindell feeds it back in front of backhand shot by Granlund. Out of the room and backhanded it just wide.
So they hit a post, and Granlund all alone in front of Hudacek and missed a wide open side in the first 5 minutes.
So Lindell across to Ville Polka. Now Mikhail Granlund feeds it down to Koivu. Mikko Koivu lost the puck there to Andrei Sekera. Leads the Slovaks in minutes played, and to play even more tonight. And it's fired down in the Finnish zone. That's a middle across to Ville Pokka. And Pokka settles things down for the Finns. They'll wrap up the round robin against Canada on Tuesday night. That's the game that...
There's your favorite thing, Gord.
Sound effect in the middle of the game.
Yes.
Oscarenza. Not sure when this turned into an NBA game where they play music and sound effects in play, but it's somewhat disrupting to hear it all of a sudden out of nowhere. Martin Marincin brings it ahead. The Toronto Maple Leaf defenseman fires it around, and Saros out to play it. Saros getting the one NHL game for the Nashville Predators this year. They lost to Buffalo. But the rest of the year with Milwaukee at the American, they got a pretty good year there.
Yeah, 29 wins for the first-year player. It's a big adjustment for goaltenders coming to North America. He had 2 starts in the playoffs, didn't win either of them. But when Saros was drafted, many felt if he would have been taller, over 6 feet, he would have been a first-round pick. Instead, he went in the 4th round.
Lassi Kukkonen fires it around. We talk so much about the adjustment for goaltenders coming over to here to the big ice, but the reverse is true as well.
Imagine how much quicker the puck gets to the front of the net for them. Angle's way different.
Antti Pilström loose behind the Slovak goal. Pilström drops it back in the corner. Finds defenseman Antti Otama dropping in. Otama in behind the goal. Finds Rantanen, centers it. There's Rantanen, number 96 on the ice for the Finns. Salonen backhands that towards the goal. It's off a leg. It's Antti Otama who scored the goal that broke it open finally for the Finns against Hungary. That game was scoreless past the midway point of the second period. And Otama came in and scored what is right now his only goal of this World Championship. Peter Cehlarik with it. 3rd round pick of Boston in 2013. Cehlarik had limited ice time so far in this tournament. Was out for the first couple games, then scored in his first game up, then had 1 shift the game after that. That shot fired high and wide by Marek Martinez. Mikush works it around, picked up by Topi Jakala, and Jakala plays it back up to center ice in the feet of Mikush. Plus, it was Barkov, but knocked away by Marincin. Martin Marincin chips it ahead neatly, gets it around Laine. And Marincin with a shot that goes off the leg of Tommy Kavisto. Marco Dano spins it back in front. Martin Revai with a shot. Loose puck. Oh, what a save by Saros. As battling for the loose puck there was Marek Martinez. Now back at the point. Marincin a long shot. Saros has lost his goal stick, just now retrieving it. And the puck leaves the zone.
Oh, what a great stop. Nice play by the Slovaks. They quickly moved the puck. Revai into the middle of the ice for Dano. And Saros had to be sharp to make a really difficult stop. We saw a surprise earlier today, and a lot of it is the goaltender has to play well. Germany's goaltender Thomas Greiss was terrific, and you hang around and hope for something to go right, get a lead. Slovaks very close to a lead.
There's Revai picking it up. Martin Revai, the Montreal draft pick. Up for Yurko, too far for Bakos. Lindell fires it down from the wrong side of center ice, but icing waved off. As Julius Hudacek came out to play it. Ivan Shvarny. Up to the cross for Granyak off the bench. And taking that pass was Libor Hudacek. And Hudacek works back in the corner. Pokes it back at the line. Held there by Mikush. Great wide pass. Yurko picks it up. Yurko trying to find Hudacek. That's picked up by Jakala. And Hietanen plays it ahead for Sebastian Aho. Bouncing puck, but Hudacek knocked that away. Hudacek swings it across for Trevetsky. Vladimir Trevetsky works it high off the glass. Lies there with Kukkonen and falls. And now Trevetsky back on it. Spins back in the corner. We are awaiting our first whistle of the first period. There are fans standing in the entrances.
We got stuck behind the car the other day. We couldn't get into the rink. That was about 5 minutes. staring at the sideboards of the Skoda.
They're about 6 deep in every entryway of the ring.
But this is more to your liking because the slowness of the first game really got into your craw, didn't it?
I was okay with it.
Oh, no, you weren't.
Here comes Rantanen across the line, trying to center. It's broken up by Sekera. 10.5 minutes on a whistle. I don't remember the last time we saw that. There's Rantanen loose behind the goal. Rantanen spins back, trying to feed that back in front, and couldn't find Pilstrom. Now Rantanen back at the point for Polka. And Polka couldn't hold the line. No score here in the opening period. You're watching the 2016 World Hockey Championship. Here in St. Petersburg, Russia, that large Finnish contingent on hand. And there is their coach, Kari Jalonen. Second year as their national team coach. Once upon a time, played for the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers, and was the first player in the history of the two franchises to play for both. Doesn't happen very often, even now.
Yeah, but then even more rare.
Oh yeah, back then. Fires it down. Saros has to play it. And it's blocked by Bartanis. Jussi Jokinen has it back, puts it up to center ice, and Schvarny knocks it down. Laine almost got it behind him. Picked up by Barkov, drops it back for Patrick Laine. And he comes. Laine across the line. Poked it there by Schvarny. Plays it down to Jokinen to Barkov. Alexander Barkov to Jussi Jokinen. Centers it. Laine waits, shoots. And tick that appears off the crossbar. Puck went up and out of play.
Laine uses his size to clear room here. He gets into the middle of the ice. Watch him push off almost like a basketball player trying to shoot a jump shot. He's pushed off Schvarny here. Now Schvarny can't get to where he's going. That bounces off his foot and deflects up over the net. I thought Laine in the last game, mid-second period, started to show a little bit of frustration. Then he made a fantastic play on the give and go with Jussi Jokinen to score. Got a later assist on that forever review on the Alexander Barkov tip, but the second half of the game, Laine was really good.
Toronto coach Mike Babcock is here as part of the Canadian contingent, has met with both Laine and Austin Matthews. They're staying at the same hotel. Six of the 8 teams here in St. Petersburg are in the same hotel. There's almost an athlete's village type setup in the common cafeteria where they're all eating. And Komarov plays it across to Hietinen. Hietinen up ahead for Komarov. Leo Komarov backhands it down to the Slovak line. Long shot by Koivu. Off a skate into the corner. Switzerland taking on Sweden in Moscow at this hour. As Granlund got it knocked away, and it's picked up by Granjak.
It's a big game for Switzerland as they fell behind Denmark. Denmark picking up a couple of points in their win today.
Hard to make heads or tails what's going on over in Group A. So many overtime games, shootouts, you name it. Knocked down by Marincin, plays it across for Sekera. Andrei Sekera of the Edmonton Oilers for Libor Hudacek, who fires it down. Hudacek, the brother of the Slovak goaltender. Kravetsky came in and flattened Lassi Kukkonen. And Aho has a turnover to Rivai. Martin Rivai drops it back to Marincin. Steps around Aho. If Martin Marincin and Corbinian Holzer score on the same day at the World Championship,
That would be a daily double that would pay huge.
the exactor pays in 7 figures.
Corbinian Holzer's 12th shot of, was it 12th shot?
I think he had 17 in the regular
so
season.
his 18th shot of the season
Yeah.
is the game-winning goal today.
Yeah. He had not scored in the last 2 years in the NHL or the American League. You never
got
know.
one now.
You never know when lightning's going to strike at the World Championship. It'll be a tough climb for the Slovaks to get to the medal round, but they've done a good job against the Finns so far, holding Finland with a 1 shot on goal through the first 13 and a half minutes of this first period. But as you pointed out before, Ray, defending is tiring, and the Slovaks are 3 players under the limit.
The Finns will cycle the puck. They'll control it. They've done it the whole tournament, and I would expect there'll be a portion of this game where the Slovaks are back on their heels, and we'll see if they have enough juice to hang for 60 minutes.
Rantanen falls at the blue line, and play is called.
Well, in a 0-0 game, 14 minutes in, Mikko Rantanen's first shift, he sets up Salonen, who hits the goal post. Then Granlund whiffed on that chance, but the best Slovak chance was that give and go between Rivai and Marko Dano that forced UC Saros into a difficult stop.
Check leaves it there for Granyak through the middle for Dano, who has played for 7 different pro teams over the last 3 years.
Keep telling yourself somebody wants you. He's been involved into, as kind of an innocent bystander almost, involved in the trade from Columbus to Chicago in the Brandon Saad deal.
Now a chance at the side of the goal. Saros comes across and takes it away from Bartanis.
An odd shot, good save. But then he was also in the Andrew Ladd deal too, so a former first-round pick that's been dealt twice as he's barely got going.
Ryan in across the line, bobbled the puck for a moment, picked off by Dano. And Marko Dano moves it back down to the finish zone as Hietinen goes back. Juuso Hietinen. There's for Dynamo in the KHL. They play in the rink being used in the Moscow end of this World Championship. Now Koivu to it. Looking for Jankala with a long shot. Hudacek gets the blocker on that. Komarov. Leaves it there for Granlund. He's taken down by Yurko. And Marincin picks it out. If there was one piece of advice you give the Slovaks before this game, don't take penalties.
That Finnish power play has been devastating in the tournament.
Saros plays around the corner. Knocked down by Bakos. Bakos spins back, bumping there with Hietinen. Bakos still on it, feeds it down for Trevetsky. Referee fell down, now Rivai feeds it across, and Mazzaros had pinched it. Couldn't get a good backhand shot away. Andre Mazzaros back with it, centers it. There's a chance, fired right on by Bakos, and a glove save made by UC Saros.
Bakos can really shoot the puck. He's got a really quick release, but he doesn't get anything on this as Saros is moving from his right to his left, and you can see Bakos wide open, and he whiffs on it. That's about the right guy for them to have the puck in that spot. Unfortunately, that time, he bobbles the shot.
Lushnak will face off against Koskaranta. Face off won by Jarno Koskaranta, who plays here in St. Petersburg in the KHL. Fiorella across the line. Long shot. Kicked away by Hudacek. St. Petersburg, by the way, does not play in this rink. They play in a larger building on the outskirts of town. A strange case of Ilya Kovalchuk in St. Petersburg this year. Sent home by his club team at one point. Not named the national team for the World Championship. Igor Hudacek brings it around now for the Slovaks. Švarny waiting for it. Elijah with Koskaranta. Švarny plays it down for Hudacek. But Aho picks it up now for the Finns. Sebastian Aho spins back, taken down by Hudacek. And Ultima gathers it back up for the Finns. At the Ultima. Plays for Joker at Helsinki, a long-time Finnish league powerhouse that a couple of years ago moved to the KHL. Salonen drops it back to Ultima. Shovels out ahead, but it's knocked down at the Slovak line by Juraj Mikuš. He finds Marcinko for Cehlarik. Cehlarik swings it rink wide, walking in and fanning on that. What a chance for the Slovaks. The puck is under Saros, but Pavel Skalichny come in, and Skalichny is turned away as he half-whipped on that shot.
And from almost the same spot as Bakos missed, Pavel Skalichny is a 20-year-old. He plays in the KHL in Bratislava, and that is a whiff too. Almost like a changeup. Saros almost missed it. He comes across, he's all tied up with his own player Salonen, but Saros able to hang on. This has been a really good first period for the Slovaks. They have not been, outside of the first couple of shifts, they haven't had much danger in their zone at all. Almost no zone time.
17 and a half gone here in the opening period. The shots are 3-2 Slovakia.
Yeah.
How do you spell that, by the way?
Just G-A-H.
Ga?
Ga. That's it.
This is the Ray Ferraro version of hell.
This is... I talked in the earlier game about, on the IIHF site, they have game actions.
Comes reply with it.
There's none.
Drops for down the shot, and Saros turns that away. Now Mazaros a drive, that goes wide.
No penalties, no goals. But the Slovaks in the last 5 minutes have had 3 really good scoring chances. And it's almost time for the Finns. Wakey, time to get going here.
Koivu through the middle of the ice. Has Granlund and Komarov with him. Komarov tight ropes the blue line to stay onside. Granlund back with it, drops it back. Yakula's shot, he hammered that wide. Švarny runs it off the glass and down the ice, and as Jankel goes back, icing waved off. Jumping Yakula. The 5th round pick of Florida back in 2002. Granlund. Up ahead for Koivu, who backhands it in. Granlund chips at it. And Koivu keeps it alive. His pass picked off and moved ahead by Bakos. Bakos with Mikuš and across the line. Bakos drops it off. In comes Krivetsky with it. Krivetsky drops. Here's Mikuš, and his pass back at the line gets away from Marcinko. 45 seconds to go in the first period. No score between the Finns and the Slovaks. The Finns had a hard time prying it open against Hungary the other night.
They were getting a pile of shots. They ended up only giving up 13 in the game to Hungary in that win.
Fiorella spins back. Drops at the line. Kvisto into the corner for Aho. Koskaranta trying to pick it out. Sekera has it back. Loose in the corner for a moment. Trevetsky has it for Sekera. 10 seconds to go in the period. And the puck leaves the zone. And the high-flying Finns are going to be held to 2 shots on goal. That's 20 minutes of hockey in the first period, played in 25 minutes total.
You can do that if there's only 5 shots on goal.
Apparently that's the secret. 5-2 the shots for the Slovaks through 20 minutes.
Slovakia 0, Finlandia 0. Shots on goal. In the first period, Team Finland 2, Team Slovakia 5. Броски по воротам во первом периоде. Финляндия 2 броска, Словакия 5.
Kapteeni Mikko Koivu, mikä on näkemyksesi tämän ottelun avauserästä? Minkälaista peliä se oli?
No vähän ehkä liikaa päästä päähän ja vastustaja aika pitkälti odottaa vaan viiden ryhmässä siinä keskialueella, niin pitää olla vähän viisaampi kiekon kanssa ja pelata kiekot syvään.
Niin, mitä se tarkemmin voisi vähän tarkoittaa se viisaammin pelaaminen? Muutama laukaus vaan tilastoitiin Suomalle eka erässä.
Niin kiekot syvään ja sitä kautta päästään paremmin sitten sinne lyömään painetta ja mä uskon, että sitä kautta saadaan myöskin enemmän hyökkäyspeliä aikaa.
Vaihdot tuossa vielä erän päättymisen jälkeen tuomarin kanssa muutaman sanan, mistä siinä oli kyse.
Ne on peli, sisäisiä juttu.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.
En mä edes tajunnut, että mä lähdin.
Наступает момент, когда все уходит на второй план, и нас объединяет одно.
Это наша игра, потому что хоккей в каждом из нас. Шкода – генеральный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею. Introducing the 2016 IIHF app. Player statistics.
updates. And introducing Hockey Cards. Your face, your team, your car. Share it with hockey fans across the world from any smart device in your own language. The 2016 IIHF app, powered by Skoda.
Skoda. Simply clever.
Pirelli. I0.
Новая шина Pirelli I0 с уникальной технологией двойного шипа Dual Stat. Отличное сцепление и торможение на льду. Зимние шины Pirelli. Будь готов к русской зиме. Pirelli.
I0.
Крупнейший дистрибьютор автозапчастей мировых производителей. Автоматизация складской логистики, не имеющая аналогов в Восточной Европе. Собственный товарный знак «Автозапчасти Патрон» с 2004 года. Товарный знак «Патрон» зарегистрирован в 21 стране мира. Автозапчасти Патрон. Побеждаем вместе. Наш лед. Наша скорость. Наша надежность. Наш характер. Наша поддержка. Наши победы. Это наша игра. Это наш хоккей. И это у нас не отнять. Ингустрах. Официальный партнер чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года.
Score after 20 minutes. There were 7 face-offs in that first period. The first 10.5 minutes were played without a whistle. No penalties. Draw through 5-2 Slovaks over the Finns.
It's quite a summary, Gordon.
That about covers it.
Something's got to happen, doesn't it?
It's a game played with a rubber disc on ice. It's bound to be unpredictable at some point.
My coach in Atlanta used to say it gets pretty slippery out there. It got really slippery for us in Atlanta.
It did. I'm not sure you guys were to blame, but
oh my goodness.
And now the Dennis just watched a face-off in the Finnish zone.
You know we're going to have 71 whistles this period.
Barry Yalonen coached the Finnish national junior team to a silver in 2001 here in Russia. Longtime coach of the Finnish league and the KHL.
The Finns have really had a lot of continuity with the people that run through their programs, and continuity, if you have the right people, of course, is a really good thing. There seems to be a lot of change afoot in some of the smaller countries, and it's every 2 or 3 years that they can't quite find the guy that wants to stay or they want to stay, the federations, and it's really difficult to build that way.
So one of the questions for smaller countries is, do you go outside your own country to hire a coach? There's Koivu with a quick shot. Hudacek makes the save. For example, you know, the Hungarians obviously have Rich Chernom as a Canadian coach because there are no candidates at home, but would the Slovaks consider hiring someone from outside their country to be their head coach?
In my opinion, the only way you can do that is if you get a long-term commitment. To bring somebody in for 2 years is, you know, is a stopgap at best.
Granlund for Koivu. Back to Ottimo right on the line. It was Ottimo who broke things open against the Hungarians in that Finnish win. He scored 36 minutes in the second period to break a scoreless tie. And Marcinko has it now for the Slovaks. Marcinko went across the line. Wade shoots, and Saros makes the pad save. Shots piling up here in the second period.
One for each team.
It's got to be that way, huh? Take my moment away.
That's the fact.
Cehlarik feeds it across, and bobbling that was Skalitsky. Ottimo moves it ahead, and now busting out is Aho along with Granlund. Mikhail Granlund works in. Finns are changing as Granlund peels back and sends it in deep for Koskaranta. Leaves it there for Sebastian Aho. Aho centers it, picked up by Cehlarik. Slovaks need a change. Cehlarik is by himself. That long shot drifts wide. And scooped up by Kavisto. Tommy Kavisto added late to the Finnish lineup. You can list 22 skaters and 3 goaltenders and add players when you like.
He wasn't added as late as Mikko Rantanen, who was playing his first game tonight.
By drops it, and that shot by Dano fanned on. The interesting thing for the Finns is their ads were with the team. They were already here, so the Finns were clearly waiting on some NHL news. Didn't get the answer they wanted, so put the 2 guys who were here anyway in the lineup.
That couldn't have been very much fun.
think so. Marco Dano in, shoots, and just missed high and wide. Puck rattled off the glass and out of play.
Basically, Mikko Rantanen is here practicing unless they can find somebody more experienced to play. Here's early in the period, nice pass, Granlund across to Mikko Koivu. Leo Komarov right to where he scores a majority of his goals, and Julius Hudacek gets the right pad on it.
If you're just joining us, the Slovaks are playing with only 17 skaters as they've been racked with injuries. 3 below the 20-man limit. Salonen fires it down. And Rantanen back on it. Mikko Rantanen. A great year for San Antonio in the American Hockey League, Colorado's top affiliate. Middle for Rantanen. Started the year with the Avalanche, didn't score in 9 games with them. Went back to San Antonio, then played for the Finns in the World Junior Championship. Was terrific down the stretch for them. Walking back up, Pilstrom gets Hudacek down. He can't find it for a moment, and we got a penalty coming. High sticking call. Looks as though Schwarny will go off, and the Finns will get the first power play of this game.
Really nice move by Pilstrom as he spins away from Mazzaros behind the net. Varney's going to get his stick up right there and catch Pilstrom as Pilstrom was just getting ready to shoot the puck. So the Finnish power play, 8 goals in 5 games, will get the first crack for either side. 24 minutes into the game.
8 for 23. Laine leads the way with 3 power play goals. He's out there now with Barkov and Komarov up front. Komarov's got 2 himself. Laine, the right-hand shot, will park himself at the top of the face-off circle on that side. It's not a complicated power play, but very effective. The second unit runs a little bit of a different one, Ray.
Right, they don't have the same balance of right and left-handed shooters. They'll use 5 lefties on the power play on that second group.
Now Barkov brings it around for Komarov. It got by him and back down the ice. By the way, Switzerland with a 1-0 lead on Sweden. Sven Andrighetto scored late in the first period to give the Swiss the lead in that one. Laine backhands it towards the goal, just missed Barkov with it. And now Laine leads it along the boards. Marincin in a battle with Barkov. The centering pass knocked down. Lushnak plays it back down the ice. Slovaks have been decent on the penalty kill. They've allowed just 3 opposition goals in 23 attempts. Their problem has been an even strength late in the second and in the third. Oh, look out. A shoot-in bounced off the stanchion, skipped right in front, and Koivu settles it down. Mikko Koivu, 17 goals this year for the Minnesota Wild, the most he's had in the last 5 years. Finds Granlund, Mikhail Granlund in, shoots, Hudacek with a pad save. Koivu, the second unit on now for the Finns. Aho to Koivu. For Lindell, across to Granlund, back to Lindell, shoots, hit a leg in front, goes wide in the corner.
That's where Lindell scored in that game against Hungary on the power play right from about there.
Now Koivu, one-time shot, his stick broke. We've had a dozen sticks break today. Granlund. Back to Lindell. To Koskaranta to Granlund. Takes the return pass from Aho. Mikhail Granlund with Koivu trying to find some space on the other side. At the line is Lindell. Plays it across to Koivu. Works it and shoots. He fired it wide. Granlund. Works it for Lindell. Tees it up and shoots. That was blocked by Dano as Varney steps out. Now a centering pass tipped towards the goal by Aho. And Sekera has the loose puck. He's exhausted. Penalty killers on the ice for the Slovaks, and Sekera has to peel back.
Oh, what a nice play by Sekera. Really good patience with the puck.
And he comes across the line. A long shot knocked away by Saros. Battle along the wall as Dano gets in there. And Jurko plays it back in deep. 2 shots on goal for the Finns in that power play. Bakos gets loose for Jurko. 6 gone here in the second period. Thomas Jurko spins it down, trying to find Bakos. Polka stepped in front of him, bouncing puck for Rivai. And Rivai gathers it up. Martin Rivai Across for Mazzaros. Tied up there by Mikhail Granlund, and Granlund moves it out. Tommy Salonen back down to the Slovak zone. And the Finns, a long change here, and did they get caught?
Yep.
Looks like they did. Too many men against the Finns. Power play for the Slovaks when we come back. Back here in St. Petersburg, Finns are called for too many men. They might actually bump it up to far too many, as they had 7 skaters on the ice.
It's funny, the initial argument takes place, and then they see how many guys are sitting on the bench in front of them, and there's really no point.
The linesman just goes, see, there are 7 skaters on the ice.
So the Slovakian power play, 2 for 21, looks to break the scoreless game.
And now for Drevetsky, sets it up.
The penalty is served by Mikko
Across for Cehlarik. Mazzaros a long wrist shot that was tipped in front by Granyak, just wide. Kukunen has it back and lifts it down the ice. Kara and Bakos have the power play goals for the Slovaks. Drevetsky drops it off for Libor Hudacek. Hudacek winds in. Trying to find Cehlarik and passes it behind him. Held by Granyak. Walks in and shoots. Blocked by Pirella. And now Granyak has to hurry back as Koskaranta was bearing in on him. Having a Granyak being pressed into more service here with 2 defensemen hurt for the Slovaks. As Drevetsky drops it back for Hudacek. Libor Hudacek winds his way in. Drops it off for Cehlarik. Cehlarik goes along the goal line. Walks in and shoots. He fired it wide. Now Mazzaros back on it. Next power play unit is standing up at the Slovak bench waiting to come on. And now Pirella fires it down and on they come. Hudacek threw it back up to center ice, but Kukunen threw it back in. Now Bakos racing to it. Ultima took it away from him, and Lassi Kukunen has it back. Off the boards and back down to the Slovak zone where Sekera has it. Andrej Sekera signed a 6-year free agent deal with the Edmonton Oilers last summer. Swings it across to Marincin, who fires around trying to find Bakos. Puck bounces right back in front. Ultima has it and flips it back down the ice with 15 seconds to go with the Slovak power play. Sekera up for Marincin, the pass is in behind him. Now Marincin has to wait as Revive was ahead of the play. Koivu was steaming in. He poked the 3 from Yurko and Marincin. Koivu on it. Centering pass from Komarov was broken up there by Yurko. Now Komarov centers it. Knocked down by Yurko. Flips it ahead for Revive. And Jakala goes back for the Finns as Revive stepped into him. And Kivisto has it. Rink wide pass for Komarov. Gets it behind Mazzaros, who falls. Komarov in. Plays it across. Granlund a stick tied up there by Marchenko. And the puck dribbled down to Hudacek. Granlund had a tap in there as Komarov had broken in.
Oh, what a nice play by Leo Komarov. This is a long breakout pass that Komarov gets outside of Mazzaros, who blows a shoe. Head up the whole way. And it's the play by Marchenko who knocks the puck away. Granlund really has to one-time this or it's not going to go in, but the pass is about a half a foot behind him, and he can't shoot it. He has to cradle it, and that gives Marchenko enough time to poke it away.
Off the face-off win by Barkov. Polka throws up through the middle of the ice, and Barney plays it back in the corner. Waiting for it is Bartanis, trying to poke that free, and does for Dano. Chance now for a 2-on-1. Marco Dano in, shoots short-side and missed. Centering pass by Bartanis. Goes back to the point. Marchenko, a long shot off the leg of Lindell. And Laine has it back. Oh, look out. Dano got a piece of Laine and knocked his stick flying. We got about a quarter of them on that hit. Lead pass by Sparny. Finds Skalitsky. Centers it. Tip right on goal. But a chance for Luznik. Turned away by Jussi Saros. Patrick Luznik, a great chance there for the Slovaks.
Nice quick up. Svarny gets the puck out to Skalitsky, and you see Luznak get right into the middle of the ice, inside of the defenseman to tip that onto the goal, and Marco Dano catches Patrick Laine pretty good with the body. Dano is a really solid guy, not super big, just listed at 5'11". He's listed at 183, but that's with one leg missing. He's probably closer to 210. The Jets want him to lose a few, to be a little slimmer for next year, a little lighter to get around the ice a little more efficiently.
Aho trying to center it. Hudacek is down, the puck's free. Koskaranta picks it up. Koskaranta spins away from Slovak defender Juraj Mikuš. Here is Jakala with it. Topi Jakala. Big scoring defenseman for Jokerit. Hudacek plays around Aho. Centered to Hudacek was out of the net. Backhand shot by Aho. Saved by Hudacek. Rebound loose in front. Cehlarek's got it. And works away with Libor Hudacek. Cehlarik fires it in. Bounces over the stick of Saros. And Otama has it back. Adi Otama. In, shoots. Hudacek makes the save. Long rebound. And we got a penalty coming.
This is interesting. This is going to be a slashing penalty on Martin Marincin. You see, Marincin's got only the shaft of his stick, as it was his blade that exploded off his stick. He leans right onto Jakala, or Otama rather. That's a bad rebound for Hudacek to give up. That puts Marincin into a bad spot. And earlier, Hudacek's got to dance back to the net after a turnover behind the net. So the Finns, their second power play of this period.
Koivu, Granlund, Koskaranta up front, Lundell, and Aho back on the point. Dano will take the draw for the Slovaks. Scramble, draw, poked out, sent down the ice by Drevetsky. So once again, past the midway point of a game, the Finns find themselves scoreless as Granlund brings it in. Back for Aho. Sebastian Aho winds it back for Lundell. Rossi goes to Koivu. Lundell. Aho. Lundell works it across. Here's Koivu.
Remember, this is the group with 5 lefties on it.
Koivu shoots, scores! Tipped in front. Might have been Granlund got a piece of it. And it's 1-0 on the power play goal by Finland. Their 9th of the tournament.
That power play all starts with the poor rebound by Hudacek on a 70-foot wrister. He puts Marincin in a bad spot. Marincin takes the slashing penalty. Koivu and Lundell play catch with the puck. Watch Granlund in the middle of the ice. He deflects this up over top of Hudacek, who doesn't see anything but the backside of Koskaranta in front of the net. Oh, you know what? That puck was tipped twice. I think it's Granlund with the tail end of it. You see, Hudacek can't find it. And the Finns have a 1-0 lead. I'm not sure how many years ago, but the Sedins in Vancouver started using that play with great success. And pretty soon, other players started to copy it. And then pretty soon, teams were running their power play from it. But that started with Daniel and Henrik in Vancouver.
Dribbles down to Saros, and he'll hang on to that. So they're giving the goal to Koivu.
So perhaps that deflected off the Slovak defender stick. Maybe we can get a closer look here. Koivu head up. He's looking for Granlund. Tough to tell on that one, but the Finns finally have something to cheer about.
Well, either way, Koivu will get a point on the goal. He's got a point in every game for the Finns. Still wearing those Minnesota Wild Green and red gloves.
Not going to change now.
Exactly.
Or now his lucky gloves.
Pizarro's hammers that high and wide. So the Finns once again in front, have yet to trail in this World Championship.
9 power play goals in 25 chances.
Now Pilstrom works and scores! Takes it off the end boards and pokes it by Hudacek, and it's 2-0.
Antti Pilstrom was a NHL player with the Nashville Predators. He scored 2 goals in 54 games. This year, he scored 1 goal in 29 games for UFA in the KHL. That's his 3rd goal in this tournament. Salonen chips it off the end boards. Pilstrom can really skate, and he gets to the puck first and puts this through the legs of Hudacek. And quickly, it's 2-0, and the Slovaks are reeling.
Goals 40 seconds apart for the Finns.
Goal for New Finland was scored by number 41.
As they look to run their record to 6-0 in this round-robin portion. Canada in action tomorrow against France, and the Finns will close out the round-robin against Canada on Tuesday night.
The quick Pilstrom gets to the puck, and he just shovels this on the ice. And the goaltender's not able to keep his pads flat on the ice, and the 2 quick ones put the Finns in control.
You know, Ray, at the 2008 World Championship in Halifax and Quebec City, Pilstrom looked like a steal for Nashville. He appeared to be a guy that was going to be a good scorer, and just, as you said, never clicked for him in the NHL.
And now he's 31 years old, and I mean, he's a good skater, he's aggressive, something just didn't work for him in North America.
By the way, with Rantanen in for the Finns, Timo Pulkkinen's a healthy scratch for Finland. Hudacek knocks it out. The Slovak loss today would eliminate them from contention, as the Slovaks have already lost to Germany, the only team they'd be able to catch. 2-0, the Finns lead on goals by Pilstrom and Koivu. Coming up on 9:20 local time here in St. Petersburg, Russia, Gord Miller, Ray Ferraro on this Sunday night at the 2016 World Hockey Championship. Finns a 2-0 lead on the Slovaks. Earlier today, Germany beat the United States 3-2 on a late goal by Corbinian Holzer, who had not scored in his last 2 years of professional hockey. But the Germans never trailed in that game. They have not clinched a spot yet in the medal round, but they're close. Cehlarik works in, drops it back, and a chance there lifted high and wide by Mikush, and the Finnish nets become dislodged. The face-off will come outside.
Skalicki had a chance where he set up Luznak earlier in the period. He gets to the front of the net to provide the screen, and he and Lassi Kukkonen are going to end up knocking the net off here to the left side of UC Saros. Going to be a real challenge here for the Slovaks to try and get themselves a goal. The Finns just don't give up much. They give up next to nothing in the tournament so far. They They've held teams to 18 shots a game. Giving up just 6 goals in the 5 games.
Granlund taken down by Mazzaros. Now Komarov on it. For Kavisto. Down low to Granlund. Mikhail Granlund trying to spin that back in front, blocked by Mazzaros. And Kavisto kept it alive for Komarov. Leo Komarov spins back. Drops it for Kavisto, works in, fans on the shot. Puck still loose. Koivu gets back up, penalty coming.
Mikko Koivu got tangled up with Marcinko, and he was sour at Marcinko. And you see the result of it. Marcinko's still on the ice. This Koivu's gonna spin around, chop him down like a tree. This is a well-earned slash, Gord. You often ask me, what's a slash? That's a pretty well-earned penalty. He wasn't happy with Marcinko. They were tied up, and Koivu didn't want any more of it. It's a penalty.
Yeah, so Slovaks.
Now here's a chance for them. They got to cash here. They get at least get a couple chances. Don't kill their spirit. Give yourself some hope.
Kara throws it across for Marincin. Back for Yurko. Thomas Yurko went across the line, drops it off for Marincin. Off the end boards to Yurko. He gets tied up, and Lassi Kukkonen fires it right back down the ice. The Slovaks did not generate much of anything on their first power play. Away comes Rivai with it. Martin Rivai, scoring star for Gatineau in the Quebec Major Junior League. Lost the puck to Yetinen, and Salonen fires it down. Shots are 12-9 Finland, 10-4 here in the second period. Krivetsky drops it back. Libor Hudacek comes leaping ahead for the Slovaks. Drops it off. Krivetsky for Granyak. Granyak, rink wide, finds Mikush. 50 seconds to go in the power play. Drop back for Krivetsky. In, shoots. Off the stick of Yakul on high. Hudacek. Trying to throw it back across, poked away by Pirala. And Mikush has to hurry back. Mikush. Slovaks changing, shoots, and Saros makes the save. There's no rebound.
Mikush is trying to shoot this and chase around the defense for the rebound, but he gets it up a little high, and a relatively easy stop for UC Saros. Those Skoda paper helmets are everywhere.
And have been for years.
When you look around the crowd, I'm just looking around now. The only section that doesn't have a whole bunch is the scout section.
They're in their briefcases. Zaros does in front of Pilstrom, who's trying to bust out shorthanded there. Yeah, those are the cars in the corner, fixtures of the World Championship. Ultima brings it up. Got the Ultima across the line for Pilstrom, kicks that to the corner. Final seconds now, the Koivu penalty. And Yurko plays it up for Bakos. And Koivu steps out. 2 shots on goal for the Slovaks on that power play, neither especially dangerous. And Koivu works it along with Barkov. Koivu shoots from a sharp angle. Hudacek makes the save. UC Jokinen with a rolling puck. Feeds it back for Laine, a one-time drive. He hammered that rolling puck wide. Now Yakula shoots. It just skipped away from Laine. Patrick Laine in the corner for UC Jokinen, down to Barkov. Alexander Barkov plays it back for Polka to Lindell. Tipped wide there by Laine. We've got a stick on that. And Barkov back with it. Alexander Barkov just bulls out of the corner. Leaves it there for Laine. Barkov, 20 years old. In behind the Slovak goal. Sends it back in front. 2 chances for Laine. And Hudacek has it.
Now that is all Alexander Barkov. How strong below the goal line. Controlling the puck. Head up and now finding Laine right a couple of feet on top of the crease. Laine's able to get his stick available away from his body because he's so big tough for the defenseman to take body and stick with Lion A. That shot is Finland's 12th of this period, just 2 in the first.
Koivu picks it free, goes back to the corner, to the point rather for Hietinen. Jaakkola, long shot, tipped there by Komarov, and now Koivu has it back. Mikko Koivu down to Granlund. Marcinko plays it around, finds Cehlarik. And Cehlarik looks for Mikus. That puck bounces in front of the Finnish bench. And Skalitsky has it back. Lead pass, and Cehlarik dropped his stick trying to field that pass, and resulted in an icing call against the Slovak.
That turned into a little yard sale for Peter Cehlarik. He's reaching for the puck, and I'm not even really sure how he dropped his stick, but it went for icing. Boston third-round pick. He's had a pretty good period here. Been involved with the puck a couple of times, made a couple of really good plays.
Ottava with it. At the Ottava. There's a couple of whacks there from Skalitsky. Still pivoting back in the corner. Now Pilstrom digs for it. Granyak steps into him. And Skalitsky plays it ahead for Cehlarik. Rantanen takes the return pass. Mikko Rantanen, 19-year-old, winds his way in. What a move, drops it back. Oh, what a chance there. And fanning on it was Tommy Salonen.
What a great rush by Rantanen. That's 2 plays that he's set up today that easily could have been capitalized on for goals. This is his first game of the tournament.
Jaakkola fires it down. Brings off the glass, and waiting for it there is Aho. Sebastian Aho in behind the goal. Sekera. Pivots back, Andre Sekera. Long shot down. Revai drops it back. Hudacek with a shot that went off a leg and wide. And Billy Polka picks it up. Billy Polka, originally an Islander draft pick, traded to Chicago, the deal that sent Nick Leddy back to the island. Polka now playing for Rockford in the American Hockey League. Bounces it down, wide of the Slovak goal, and Marincin picks it up. Jaakkola drops it off to Hietinen. Long shot wide of the goal. Marincin back to pick it up. A minute to go now in the second period.
1 minute left in the second period.
In Moscow, still 1-0. Switzerland leading Sweden. They're in the second period there as well. Way behind this game. Picked up by Barkov. Drops it off to Jokic and drops it back for Lion A. Lion A leaves it there for Jaakkola. Swings it across. Hietinen walks in, drops it down, takes a return pass, shoots and pounded it wide. Jaakkola back to Hietinen. To the goal line. Barkov centers a loose puck. Hudacek is down. A late whack there by Lion A. And Julius Hudacek has the loose puck.
There's Mikko Rantanen in his very first shift of this tournament in the first period. He's going to get the puck out wide, make a nifty move to the middle of the ice, setting up Salonen, who hits the goalpost. Maybe you should think about passing it to Salonen again. There's Salonen the second time. He goes right through his legs. 2 beautiful plays by Mikko Rantanen. Colorado very happy with his first professional season. You mentioned the year he had in the American League, 60 points when he went down to the American League after that taste right out of training camp where he played the first 9 games of the year.
Scored 24 goals in 52 games for San Antonio, made the AHL All-Rookie team and the second All-Star team in the American League. Here's Mikhail Granlund, 20 seconds to go in the period, walks in and shoots. Hudacek makes the stop through a pile of legs. Varney sends it in for Yurko, skates by the puck and then blows a tire inside the line. Zaros plays it back, and time winds down here in the second period. As the Finns blow it open here, Varney sends it down. Zaros makes the stop. The Finns score twice. Goals from Koivu and Pilstrom. A 2-0 lead after 40 minutes here in St. Petersburg.
Finland 2, Slovakia 0. Shots on goal in the second period. Team Finland 14, Team Slovakia 6. Броски поворотов во втором периоде. Финляндия 14, Словакия 6.
Sebastian Aho, ainakin tuonne katsomoon peli oli selvästi erinäköistä tässä kakkoserässä. Minkälaisia ohjeita valmennusjohdolta tuli tuossa erätauolla?
No kyllä se lähti ihan joukkueen sisältä, että aletaan voittaa kamppailuita ja käännetään vähän nopeammin tuota peliä. Että, mun mielestä me siinä parannettiin, että alettiin reagoimaan vähän paremmin.
Mutta mitkä on vielä sellaisia asioita nyt kun tiedetään, että tärkeä päätöserä, vaikka onkin pari maalia johtavia tulos, että mitkä asiat pitää olla erityisen hyviä tuossa päätöserässä?
No uskalletaan pitää pitkiä hyökkäyksiä, pitää kiekkoa ja ei aleta roiskia vaikka johdetaankin.
Nyt on, sano vielä lyhyesti, 6. peli on menossa, niin onko oma peli jo sellaista, että ei tarvitse miettiä, vaan mennään vaistolla vaan?
No joo, alkaa paranee ja uskon, että pystyy vielä vähän parantaa ja siitä kuitenkin on loppupeleissä kyse, että joka pelin jälkeen pitäisi pystyä vielä, tai joka peliin pitäisi pystyä vähän parantaa.
Kiitos paljon.
Kiitos.
Встречаешь любые испытания. А как насчет твоего лица? Новый крем для лица Nivea Men создан специально для мужчин. Он эффективно увлажняет кожу и защищает ее от сухости. Новый мужской крем Nivea Men. Уверенность тебе к лицу. Сегодня невозможно оставаться лидером рынка без постоянного развития и роста. Преодоление хаоса в делах не только закаляет характер компании, но и делает ее чемпионом. Kyocera – это яркий пример эволюционного бизнеса. Мы помогаем нашим клиентам совершенствоваться. С какой бы проблемой ни столкнулся ваш бизнес, у нас всегда найдется надежное решение.
Все о спорте. Здесь и сейчас. Новости, видео, интервью. Попади в точку. Чемпионат.ком. Чемпионат. Главное слово в спорте.
Он всегда скрыт от взглядов. Его хватка не вызывает сомнений. Именно на нем все держится. И когда нужен результат, его обеспечит Церезит. За надежную хватку отвечает плиточный клей, а затирка за безупречный внешний вид. За результатом стоит Церезит. Качество для профессионалов.
Это больше, чем спортивная форма. Это знак почета, символ гордости. И когда они надевают его, они не просто игроки. Они атланты, несущие на плечах свою страну, храбро сражаясь против лучших в мире. Имя на спине вам ничего не скажет. Главное – это герб на груди. Самые яркие звезды хоккея съедутся в Торонто, чтобы выяснить, чья сборная сильнее. Кубок мира по хоккею 2016. Билеты уже в продаже.
Koivu and Leo Komarov talking it over on the Finnish bench. Komarov gets himself nice and ready for the third period. Ah, the old smelling salt, eh, Ray?
Yeah, he does it in Toronto all the time, and he does it right in front of where I stand. So whether I want any or not, I'm getting a little blast of ammonia.
Do you feel a little more energized after that?
No, I feel like I'm going to throw up all the time. I hated those things. I don't know. He likes them.
Whatever works.
Yeah, it works for him, I guess.
He seems quite naturally spruced up.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going on.
Ville Polka. The teams begin the third period. Even strength fires that down. Icing waved off as Andre Sekera goes back. A loss in the game for the Slovaks. They'll end their hopes of reaching the quarterfinals. Or virtually end them, rather. They'd have to hope for lots of losses and beat the United States. About a 5% chance of making it. There was a report earlier that the Germans had clinched with their win over the U.S. They've not quite clinched. There's a bunch of scenarios where they miss. Zdeno Seeger, it's been an up and down first year as the coach of the Slovak national team. There were some issues getting players from North America. A lot of choppy waters to navigate when you're the head coach of a national team.
There are, and it's not just what you see on the ice. It's all the wranglings behind the scene and getting players to want to come and play, to how certain teams are, whether their players get picked for the national team. It's a lot to it. But again, that's as we were talking earlier, Gord. That's why it can't be a short-term commitment. You need somebody there to build the bridges, to build the template that's going to be there for a long time.
It's funny, it's much more common in international soccer to have a person from outside the country coach your national team. Very common, in fact. When the Finns won their first World Championship in 1995, they were coached by a Swede, Kurt Lindstrom. But it's very rare in international hockey.
I would think it would be easier now than it would have been in the past, where so much more of the world speaks at least some English. If you were to get an English-speaking coach, for example.
Look at Dave Lewis coaching Belarus. Rich Chernamaz is coaching Hungary. That's a quick shot off the boards by Altama, turned away by Hudacek. The Finns' 2 world championships in 1995 and 2011 have both come at the expense of Sweden in the gold medal game. So that is just a nice big cherry on top for the Finns. What a great rivalry that is between the Finns and the Swedes.
That's just not sport, though.
No, that's
everything.
That's big brother, little brother. Sweden about twice the size of Finland. A quick shot there is blocked off the stick of Salonen.
We've been lucky in the last 3 years to be in Malmo, Sweden, and in Helsinki for the World Juniors, and it was awesome in both. Just so well attended, so much enthusiasm for the event. Such great hockey.
Martin Rivai plays it across for Andre Mazaros, who fires it down in the finish zone. And UC Saros up to play it. Saros playing his second game of this World Championship, has yet to allow a goal. And a 13-save shutout against Hungary.
11 for 11 tonight. It's not like he's getting peppered in there.
Schwarny back forward for the Slovaks. They were 9th in the last couple of World Championships, did not qualify for the quarterfinals. They won a silver in 2012 at this tournament. And of course, the high water mark for them, 2002, when they won gold. The Bucks won a bronze a couple of years ago at the World Junior. Their best was at 99 in Winnipeg. That bronze medal win shortly after they won promotion was quite the scene for a small country. And of course, the Czechs and Slovaks split in the early 90s. A two Minnesota Wild teammates, Mikko Koivu and Mikael Granlund, go back to work.
Sebastian Aho started the tournament on this line. They moved Leo Komarov to this group and moved Aho to where Komarov had started with Koskaranta on what is the third line. This is more of a matchup line you can play against anybody. Don't think they're not looking ahead to Canada.
Well, we are. It'll be the showdown for first place, almost certainly.
Well, the biggest problem right now is trying to figure out who would be in the second and 3 seeds over on the other side. But man, you want to be the 1 seed here. I mean, you want to stay away from those top 3 teams over there if you possibly can. Certainly in the quarters.
Koivu brings it in 3-on-2 for the Finns. Kyle Granlund works it in, trying to poke that across. Knocked off the puck by Drevetsky. Still 1-1 in the Switzerland-Sweden game. The second period's over there. The only way one of the top 2 teams on this side would go to Moscow for the quarters would be if they played Russia. The Russians play their medal round games in Moscow. That's a part of the IIHF format. Altima fires it down. It was going pretty much according to form on this side for the first few days. Then the upsets started piling up. Belarus beat Slovakia, then Hungary beat Belarus, and then Germany beat the U.S. today. There's a quick chance, lifted high by Aho, and played back down by Kavisto to Aho. To Koskaranta. Mikko Koskaranta drops it back, picked off by Skalitsky. Skalitsky across the line, a long shot. Saros kicks that away. Sekera gloves it down. Koskaranta for Aho. Sebastian Aho, the Carolina second-round pick, flips that to an open wing. Aho just 18 years of age. 5 goals in 7 games for the Finns at the World Junior Championship in Helsinki. They do have a flair for the dramatic, the Finns. There are 3 World Junior gold medals, with the exception of the one where Canada got kicked out. The 3 they've actually won, all in overtime. In '98 in Helsinki, in 2014 in Sweden, 2016 again in Helsinki. Their first was in 1987. You mentioned they won when Canada and the Soviets got booted out. Another broken stick, that time for Schvarny, and now the Finns bring it back 3-on-2. Rantanen walks in, shoots! Save made by Hudacek, rebound, Pilstrom can't get to it, and it's flipped down by Lushnak. Lassi Kukkonen up for Hietinen, flips it around, and here's Dano, Marco Dano. Must be looking forward to next year, hopefully playing for one team.
Be a change.
Shot in, and nicely called against the Slovaks. Koivu goal that we thought might have been tipped by Granlund. It remains Koivu's, and
then just a few seconds later, Antti Pilstrom takes the dump in from Tommy Salonen off the end boards, and Finland sits pretty securely with a 2-0 lead.
Well, for them anyway, with the amount they give up. Here's Barkov with it, Alexander Barkov. And a penalty coming down to the Slovaks. Hietinen winds his way in. Hietinen has a look across the top. Long shot, scores! Hietinen through the traffic. That might have been tipped again. Barkov was standing in front, and it's 3-0 Finland.
Looks like Barkov's got the tip. On the delayed penalty, Hietinen's going to move, work himself to the middle of the ice. Ooh.
This might get looked at, although
Barkov scored yesterday in a 6.5-minute review. No, that's okay.
Yes, that was a excruciating review in that game.
So deflections in back-to-back games. Barkov has another goal. And the Finns lead 3-0.
That's now goals in 3 straight for Barkov. Fired down by Marinchen. So under 13 minutes to go here in the third period. The Finns once again took a while to pry a game open. Same thing as Hungary the other night. Rick Wine goes for Libor Hudacek. His backdoor pass broken up by Koivu.
Jokinen another assist. That's 8 assists. He's got points in every game of the tournament.
So to Koivu and Granlund. Now another penalty coming as Sekera touches up. 12:24 to go here in the third period. Finns lead 3-0. Libor Hudacek goes off for Slovakia. And so the Finns will go back to the power play. They've got one power play goal already from Mikko Koivu. Their 9th of this World Championship. Another matchup to watch for in the Canada-Finland game. The Canadian penalty killing against the Finnish power play.
Canada's 30 goals versus the Finns 6 goals against up to this point.
Jussi Jokinen plays it back for Hietinen. Back to Jokinen, drops it down. Centering pass by Barkov. Is it in? Looks like Hudacek kept it out. He was half in the net. No goaltender makes more saves in the net than Hudacek.
Komarov tried to shovel everybody into the net to make sure the puck was there. Komarov's in front of the net, and you see him try to poke Hudacek into the net, but the puck sitting right in front of the goal line. This will be a great look at it. It hits Hudacek's pads. Now he's spinning, and the puck is right there, 1.5 feet or so in front of the goal line.
Leo Komarov, the man of many countries, and one way to play hockey. Straight ahead and hard. Hietinen works it back, plays across for Laine. Laine has a look. Try to dissect the penalty killers. Now Rantanen is shot, bouncing puck in front, cleared away by Marcinko. Hietinen flips it across the line, and across the line. Patrick Laine in, shoots, it's off the leg of Schwarning. Barkov with it now as they get set up on the power play. Drops it off to Laine. Plays it back, and a hard shot hammered high by Barkov. At the line is Jokinen. Drops it down to Komarov. A little backdoor pass broken up by Dano. Bouncing puck. Hudacek kicked it away. Jokinen walks in, shoots. Hudacek makes another save. Under a minute to go on this power play. Hietinen feeds it across to Jokinen. Centers it, bouncing puck, knocked down again by Jokinen. Jussi Jokinen to the goal line. Komarov centers, and Barkov with a shot. Hudacek makes the point-blank save on him.
Several really good opportunities. Barkov, Komarov around the front of the net. Komarov finds Barkov, who's got a pivot around his body as that's not on the one-time side. Komarov earlier tries to go to Patrick Laine. It bounces to Barkov. Hudacek with one stop, and then the save as well on Jokinen, getting peppered in there now in the Slovak net.
So they've changed the scoring on the third Finnish goal. As Lindell comes in and shoots, it bounces down to Hudacek, like just enough of that, then reaches back with a blocker to hang on. So Jääkelä gets the second assist of the Barkov goal. Instead of UC Jokinen.
Oh, that puck deflects off the chest of Trubetsky. And a shot that's going about 6 feet wide all of a sudden becomes a problem. And Hudacek is able to get enough of it to keep it out of the net.
Aho plays it back to Lindell. 20 seconds to go in the Finnish power play. Koivu to Aho. Koivu centering pass. Aho turned away by Hudacek. That's 6 shots on goal for the Finns on this power play. Kyle Granlund tied up by Skalitsky. Puck loose to Koskaranta for Granlund. And Levon Hudacek is out. 6 shots on a power play, but the Finns do not score this time as Koivu has it back, centers it. And Hudacek out of the box goes one-on-one with Lindell. Racing in is Skalitsky. Hudacek backhanded towards the goal, clubbed by Saros, drops it down for Aho, pokes it ahead. Koskaranta for Koivu, back for Koskaranta. Centering pass, Aho trying to knock it down. And under 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Tomorrow we'll have Canada taking on France at 4 o'clock local time. That's 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific time. Sekera up for Yurko. They call at the finish line.
The latest chance off of that play that the Finns have used so effectively. This time it's Koivu Koskaranta on the passes, Sebastian Aho in the middle of the ice to test Hudacek.
Yakala plays it ahead for Pilstrom. Shot swatted away by Hudacek. Now shoveled up by Dano in behind Kavisto. Antti Pilstrom to an open wing. Racing to it is revived. And now Rantanen comes in. Rantanen can really fly. Bumped there by Mazzaros. And Revine has a pass go off Pilstrom. Gathers it back up, but Pilstrom has it back for the Finns. Getting underway in Moscow for the third period. Switzerland and Sweden are tied at 1. Barkov brings it in. If that game goes according to form for the Swiss, they will go to overtime.
Almost a lock, isn't it?
Saved by Saros in tight. Altman knocked down. Jokinen feeds across to Barkov. Trying to feather that pass back to Jokinen, it missed. In their first 3 games, the Swiss went to OT and scored the tying goal in the last 8 minutes of all 3 games. Polka shovels it down to Barkov. Alexander Barkov with the Finnish fans up and celebrating. Long shot by Lindell. Gets down to Hudacek and he'll hang on.
Again, the Finns have zone time, and it's all Barkov that's protecting the puck below the goal line. They finally get it out to the point where Lindell's shot is deflected by Patrick Laine. Hudacek with the stop. Laine's had a couple of chances tonight, but most of the damage has been from the other lines. Koivu and Granlund in particular have been really good. Pilstrom scored the second goal. I think the depth of Finland will be their greatest strength as they move forward in this tournament.
Jättinen plays it across to Granlund. In the single elimination games in the medal round, that's where it comes in handy if your top guys aren't going. Jättinen works his way in. And Jättinen back with it. Drops it down to Komarov. Leo Komarov sends it towards the goal. Granlund drops it off for Koivu. It's broken up. In comes Jättinen, fires. Hudacek makes the save. Another chance fired through the crease by Jättinen. We certainly saw that right at the World Junior Championship this year. The The kids for Finland, the 18-year-olds, were dominant early on, but as the tournament progressed, their 19-year-olds took over.
Well, that's when we started to see the most out of Rantanen late in the tournament.
Happening. In came Granlund with a shot. Travels high off the glass and out of play. 7:14 to go here in the third period. You're watching the 2016 World Hockey Championship. Back here at Jubilee Arena in St. Petersburg, Russia, with the Finns holding a 3-0 lead on the Slovaks. Finns last year lost in the quarterfinals of the Czech Republic and set off an explosion of celebration in Prague. Anyone's guess who will be finishing in the top 4 in Group A. We know Finland and Canada are in. In Group B, Germany's close to clinching. And Ottawa back with it. And of course, at the bottom of that is the question of who will be relegated. And this year, 2 teams will go down. There's a possibility of only one because France and Germany are co-hosting next year, but Germany can't finish that low now. So Italy and Slovenia will come up next year, and 2 countries from this tournament will go down. Rivai. Rinkwine goes for Schwarny. Looking down for Jurko. That pass broken up. Now Jurko flips it there for Vartanis. Off the back of the goal, Jurko back with it. Jurko spins away from Hietinen. Still going for it. And Rivai has it. Martin Rivai spins and shoots. He fired it wide. Here's Schwarny waiting at the blue line. Again, the Slovaks are playing 3 players short, 4 players hurt. So they've only got 17 skaters dressed. And Aho picks it up for the Finns. But as I mentioned earlier, if the Slovaks miss, and it's looking more and more likely, losses to Germany and Belarus, the difference. They led in both games. As Polka shoots, and Hudacek gets a piece of that. 1-0 lead on Germany in the second period, a 2-0 lead on Belarus in the third. Both 1-0 losses.
Yeah, sitting in their hands both times, and they just couldn't close the deal. And really a disappointing middle portion of the tournament has put them right back on their heels. I mean, they look at that schedule when it comes out, and they're all aware the first 4 games are where it has to happen for them.
They probably needed 8 points, 9 points out of those first 4 games. They got 6.
The problem is you can't say, oh good, we got 3 more games left. They're well aware that the likelihood of pulling points out of these games is really difficult.
Canada, Finland, and the U.S. to close for the Slovaks.
I mean, I would have said this at the beginning of the game, not because there's 5.5 minutes left, but their best chance was going to be in the last game against the U.S. If they were going to get points, it likely wasn't going to be against Canada or Finland. It would be against a U.S. team that's just not as strong.
Slovaks can still make the quarters. They'll need some help to do it, and then have to beat the U.S. on the final day. Rantanen picks it up, swings it across for Salonen, and he finds Pilstrom. Antti Pilstrom tied up there by Granyak. Rimmed around and poked up by Skalitsky, fired right back in by Polka. Salonen back at the point for Polka. Really Polka to an open wing as Yakla comes off the bench and shoots. Hudacek made the save, couldn't find the rebound and hit him. And Hudacek wasn't sure where the puck was. That uncomfortable feeling for a goaltender when he holds his pose, wondering where that puck might be.
I think they're scared to move because if they move, they're going to be the one that kicks it over the goal line. He's had some adventures down there. They've been under a lot of heat here in the third period. The 2 goals quickly in the second period broke open the 0-0 game, and just too much from the Finns.
In comes Laine, shoots. Shots are 16-3 Finland here in the third period.
So since the first period of this game, when the Slovaks outshot the Finns 5-2, 30-9 are the shots.
Dennis Hollenstein has scored for Switzerland early in the third period. 2-1. The Swiss lead Sweden, their second lead of that game. There's the look by Hudacek.
He doesn't know where it is here until he sees the defenseman. Then he's like, good, get it out of here, would you? I'm tired.
Martanis plays it around, and here's Drevetsky on it. Drevetsky tied up along the wall, picks it free for a moment, and now it gets by Mazzaros and out. Martanis works it back in. Martanis centers it, bouncing puck. Drevetsky picks it up, and scooped up by Laine. Away comes Patrick Laine. In on Schvarny, drops it off for Jokinen. You see Jokinen dribbles out wide of the goal. Hudacek poked that away, but Koivu picks it back up. Koivu drops. Oduba comes in, blocked by Marcinko. And the play remains onside. Drevetsky on it, backhands it out for the Slovak. Lead pass goes to Koivu. Mikko Koivu winds that down. Miku's broke it up. Cehlarik trying to break in, and a spinning puck goes down to Saros. Cehlarik drops for Lushnak, works in, can't get a shot away, and Kukunen has it back. UC Saros is not that small. He's listed at 5'10", but in today's game where goaltenders are so big,
it's like he's standing in a hole compared to everybody else. The other goaltender for the Finns, Mikko Koskinen, is 6'7".
In comes Skaletsky, drops it off for Cehlarik. Try to return that pass. And Granlund has it back for the Finns. Mikhail Granlund up for Jarmo Koskaranta. In for Tommy Kavisto. Fiorella tied up along the boards. Kavisto trying to pick it up. And Rivai has it. Martin Rivai steams ahead. Rivai trying to swing that rink wide. Picked up by Aho. And Sebastian Aho to Fiorella. Fiorella shoots. Hudacek makes the stop. The bounce down beside him. And Salonen has it back. Jurko plays it back for Mazzaros. Finland having an amazing run this year, and really the last few years. You think about, they're the only country to win medals in men's hockey in the last 3 Olympics. Now busting in. Chance for Rantanen, feeds it across for Salonen. Penalty coming. And the Finns will get just what they need, a power play with 1:49 to go in the third.
I'm watching Mikko Rantanen and wondering, where has he been for the whole tournament? What an impact he's had on the game. The 19-year-old in his first game. They were waiting. Rantanen had been practicing with him, but not on the active roster until today. And here he gets inside of Andre Mazzaros. Really nice move, and Drevetsky rather pulls him down. And the Finns put their power play back on the ice here for the 4th time tonight.
Koivu wins it back for Lindell. Across to Aho. Sebastian Aho back to Lindell to Granlund. Mikhail Granlund. Puts it back in for Koivu. Bouncing puck knocked away for a moment by Granyak. And Granlund has it back for Koivu. Works it and drops it off for Granlund. Granlund in, waits. Koskaranta. Back across to Granlund. For Lindell, winds and shoots off the stick. It goes of Lushnak and wide. Back at the line is Lindell. For Granlund. Kyle Granlund. 10th overall pick of the Wild back in 2010. Had the puck taken away. But Granlund hangs on to it. Plays it across to Koivu. Centers it. Aho spins. Plays it across to Granlund. Drops it back for Lindell. Inside a minute to go now in the third period. Long shot by Lindell. Goes off a leg and wide. In the corner, Koivu. Back for Lindell. To Koivu. A diagonal pass for Granlund. And the Swami chant goes up as Koivu fans on the first try, and Lushnak sends it down. In behind the Finnish goal. Drawn ahead by Jussi Jokinen, gets the breakaway pass. Jokinen in, scores! So Jussi Jokinen, who had an assist taken away earlier, will extend his point streak and make it a 4-0 Finnish lead.
Second power play goal of the game for the Finns. Raved about Alexander Barkov. He drops the puck off to Yetinen. Yetinen finds Jokinen. Nice patience. He sees Hudacek going for the poke check. Yetinen's pass is right on the tape, and Jokinen chips it up over top for the 4-0 goal.
Jokinen, the 11-year NHL veteran, at 18 goals this year, playing for the Florida Panthers. And Finland looks good for back-to-back shutout wins. And now Laine brings it up. Patrick Laine in, shoots, scores! Laine whistled by Hudacek with 3 seconds to go.
That's called cookie time.
Laine's walked in and fired it home and now has 6 goals in the tournament, tying him to the lead.
There is Barkov to Laine. It's a terrific shot, but this can't go in, but at this point it's time to go home. 5-0 Finland.
So Laine now topping the tournament point lead as well as an 18-year-old.
It's amazing.
So rare for that to happen. To have an 18-year-old play this well in the World Championship, and we've got a half dozen doing it. Finland wins it 5-0. They hold the Slovaks to 11 shots on goal. They got 14 shots. And now Finland will await Canada on Tuesday. The Slovaks have a chance, but it's slim. The Finns are steaming into their final game of the round robin.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will be awarded by Raiffeisen Bank International, official sponsor of the 2016 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. Дамы и господа, Raiffeisen International Bank, официальный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 в России, учредил специальный приз лучшим игрокам матча. The prize will be presented by Mr. Ivan Cherkov, Deputy Head of the Department of Expaforum International Company. Приз вручает Иван Иванович Черков, заместитель руководителя департамента компании Expaforum International. Best player of Team Slovakia, number 28, Pavel Skalinski. Лучшим игроком матча в команде Словакии признан номер 28, Павел Скалинский. The prize will be presented by Mr. Kai Hietarinta, honorary member of IIHF. Присвящает Кай Hietarinta, почетный член Международной Федерации Хоккея. Best player of Team Finland. Лучший игрок матча команды Финляндии. Number 9, Mikko Koivu. Номер 9, Mikko Koivu.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the game winner, Team Finland. Выражаем благодарность проведению матча волонтерам за отличную работу и создание радушной атмосферы в спортивном комплексе юбилейный, а также на всех объектах инфраструктуры чемпионата. Спасибо. News from Moscow. Current score of the game between teams Switzerland and Sweden in two periods. Switzerland 2, Sweden 1. В Москве проходит третий период матча между командами Швейцарии и Швеции. Команда Швейцарии лидирует в счете со счетом 2-1.
Miltä se peli tänään päävalmentajan silmään näytti? Tähtäimessä oli semmoinen ehjä tasapainoinen 60-minuuttinen.
No kyllä täytyy ensin sanoa kyllä tästä meidän yleisöstä, että kotikentällä pelataan ja kyllä nämä meidän Leijona kannattajat ja fanit, mistä ovat tulleetkin, niin piti kyllä mahtavaa tunnelmaa. Että kyllä tuossa tunnelmassa on kyllä hieno pelata, että saatellaan nyt tää peli kumminkin, niin kurinalainen joukkuepeli. Ja siihen kun laitetaan vielä se, että meidän kaikki 4 ketkoa ihan oikeasti tosi pelaavaa lätkää pelattiin. Ja siihen meidän pakkien tommonen noin steady pelaaminen siellä takana, niin siinä oli tän illan voittoresepti. Ja kyllä ne pojat lupas se 60 minuuttia laatukiekkoon, niin se oli tossa.
Kaikesta näkee nyt jo kauas, että joukkueen pelihuumori ja ylipäätään kemia alkaa olla aika korkealla tasolla.
Kyllä täytyy sanoa, että siellä on semmoinen oikeanlainen keskittyminen, mutta myös semmoinen rentous ja huumori on säilynyt. Ja kyllä meidän neloskenttä täytyy nostaa tänään, että toi Sallinen ja Rantanen ja Piströmi niin kyllä antoivat hyvän esityksen kyllä.
Kerrotko vielä lopuksi, kun otetaan esiin Juuse Saros yksittäisenä kaverina tästä pelistä. Näin pitkässä turnauksessa tällaisen kakkosmaalivahdin loistavan onnistumisen merkitystä ei voi väheksyä.
No ei todellakaan, että toisessa erässä heillä oli 3 huippupaikkaa, mitkä Juusi hoiti kotiin, että ne oli niitä game winneri torjuntoja, että hän on kylmänverinen ja ennen kaikkea laadukas maalivahti.
Kiitos paljon.
Kiitos.
Кем бы мы ни были, чем бы ни увлекались, что бы ни любили и что бы любили не очень, наступает момент, когда все уходит на второй план, и нас объединяет одно.
Это наша игра, потому что хоккей в каждом из нас.
Удар соперника клюшки. Малым штрафом наказан Либор Худачек, 79-й, команда Словакии. Малым штрафом наказан Либор Худачек, 79-й, команда Словакии. And number 61, Александр Барков. С передачи Александра Баркова, номер 65. And number 61, Александр Барков. С передачи Александра Баркова, номер 65.